So don't worry, I will edit the video. Something doesn't happen as expected. So, okay. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for coming our group presentation. This is Team Beat COVID-19. I'm Frank. Here are my teammates.
Hi, it's Vivian.
And Hazel
I'm
is here.
Jay.
Hi, I'm Che.
Today we are going to talk about the new mode, home officing. In today's presentation, we will talk about the following key parts: the introduction, pros, cons, solutions, and conclusion. I will make the introduction at first. Before I begin, I want to ask you guys a question. What picture will pop up in your head when I say office, the place you will go to work? I think everyone will have very different images. Even same people, sometimes they have a different idea. Now let's see the evolution of officing. Here you can see the basement and garage office. Actually, many industry giants worked out of basement and garage. As you can see here, we have Amazon started from Jeff Bezos' home garage. Microsoft also started from a garage in Albuquerque. Under Armour, the founder Kevin Plank selling his products in his grandmother's basement. Next, you can see here is our traditional office environment. This kind of pigeonhole compartments. If I were there, I can feel I'm confined in a tiny space with dim light and terrible air circulation. But we are lucky now. The modern office offers more open space and relaxing with less barriers. It's good for communication and teamwork. Being surprised, now many companies are capable of building some super creative and unique workplace. Here you can see the Apple's headquarters. It's called Apple Park, located in Cupertino, California. Here, if you work here, I think everyone cannot stop to have the creative ideas always out of your head. In the past, I think for a while, the incubator are popular. Some companies, they provide some management training and office space for some new and startup companies to help them to develop. And sometimes they work together and become kind of partnership by owning their shares as investment. By this way, their rental and some overheads are offset. Now we have this kind of platform called WeWork. It's kind of co-working. WeWork is an American commercial real estate company. It provides flexible shared workspaces. Now it gives companies more options to consider their working methods and approaches. Up to now, because of the COVID-19, now we have our new normal, home officing. So from this picture, you can see it seems everyone is working at home. The COVID thing is getting worse in this winter. Our home officing will be lasting longer than we expected. Next, my teammate Hazel will introduce the pros part.
So the first benefit of home officing I want to talk about is that you can set schedule for yourself. Not sure if everyone has worked at the office before, but if you have, I'm pretty sure you found yourself having difficult time in balancing between your life and work. For example, let's say you're going to the bank. The operation hours of most of the banks to talk to representatives is between 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., just like your working hours. Of course, you can go to the bank on weekends, but not every bank open the weekends. And I don't think you want to spend your day offs waiting in lines. By scheduling what you have to do in life and work, you will have so much better and healthier balance. Also, everyone has their own time to be productive. Personally, I can get more focus in the late afternoon. You can adapt your new schedule which fit the best for you. Next, here's another benefit of home officing. Get up and refresh yourself for a bit and start your work without delays. Did you know that people get stressed from commuting as well? Some people even wake up way earlier than their schedule just to be at the office on time. And again, even have to wait and leave when the bad traffic is gone. You can transit, of course, but you're likely having to pass more some of Skytrans because of too many people inside and also spending around $100 only for one zone round trip per month. Next, please. Try to spend more time on yourself. Go enjoy your hobbies and exercise. Having flexible working schedule gives you more spare time to invest in yourself. In the modern busy life like today, it's so normal to spend little time with family and friends. Working is an important part of your life, but nothing comes first than people who care about you. Spend time on people you love and make those times valuable. Your time worth more than money. Next, please. The last benefit I'm going to talk about is that you can boost productivity. Even though it's a small noise, when you focus on something, it's still distracting. People passing next to you, elevator noises, plus pressures from managers make lose your focus and eventually decrease your productivity. You can get comfortable at your home, which gives you the best comfort and build your home office space fits the best for you. Next, Jay will introduce you about the cons of home officing.
Next, please. Thank you, Hazel. So I'm gonna talk about the negative part of the home officing. So first of all, it is very easy to fall in like a dilemma of the time management for the home office, I guess. Most of the human being is not a soldier or the robot that has solid discipline about the time management, I guess. And the people can be lazy and fail to manage the time wisely when they are doing home office. So I just want to hear some opinions here. So please raise your hand if you have any experience that just turn on the Zoom meeting without the video and lying on the bed or sleep. Please. No one? Oh my. Or have you any struggle to participate in the Zoom meeting for every morning? All
Yeah.
right. I'm pretty sure that you have that experience as I did. And laziness
Yeah,
will
I
be
have.
the reason. Oh, okay. And laziness will be the result of the miss the deadline for the work and the unnecessary delayed schedule. And the working at home might have a possibility to ruin your work habit due to the coziness of home. Next, please. Second, you think you can communicate with the messenger or the WhatsApp or the cell phone or text, but communication sometimes need to be done in person. Like as we learned before in our hospitality management courses, body language is doing very important roles in the communication, and it is one of ways that we are reading the people's intention. In under the untact work environment, it is really hard to contact the people in person for communicating. and it might be challenging to get people's intention and become a hassle in the business as well. Also, people need to arrange the time for communicating if you are working in the home office, I guess. Like think about like when you're working in the office, you can interact with your coworkers and ask the question whenever you have some trouble. But it's very hard to contact the people by the phone or messenger when you have a problem with your business because other people might not in the home office or they're away from home, I guess. And the next, please. And home office might be an issue of the invasion of privacy. You can leave the desk when you are working in the office, but the phone and messenger will gonna other SNS will gonna hold your ankle even after your work shift is ended. Like a blurring boundary between the home and workplace is also might be the source of stress of some people. Like some people like did not want to bring any kind of work materials to home, and but now home office make them doesn't have any choice now. Also, like there might be a technical issues like IT problems at home due to the security. I know that like some of the like a big corporation company like a BC Hydro or Fortis or the government need to verify certain computers for the security purposes, such as like a VPN or the security backdoor code and anything like that. But of course, you're not IT guys, so actually you cannot figure it out if you're working in the home office, I guess. And next, please. The final one is gonna be the human being naturally feel comfortable to be one of the parts of the society, I guess. And home office makes struggle for the individualism, and it might be cause of the lack of the belongingness towards the workplace and the society. And it might be the result of the depression yourself and the lack of the loyalty toward workplaces. Also, in employee matter, I think it is really hard to manage the employees who's already lost his her motive of the work from the belongingness and the loyalty for work. I think that that's the problem as well. So next, the Vivian will gonna give us some solution about those problems.
Okay, now I'm just introduce about the solution. There is a layer of 5 solution about work at home. And for the first one is choose a dedicated area because so you work at home, and if too many people or some household around you, and then you will be easy to be distracted. So our solution one is just talking about you should choose a private space, and for example, you can set up a study area in your bedroom, but not in your living room, because your family or your roomie will work through this your working area to get the tea or turn on the TV, so you will be easy to get distracted. So the first one, we will suggest you to choose a dedicated area to work. And the next one, please. And for the solution two, we will suggest you to separate the professional from the personal. And it means you need to distinguish which items you need to work on your table, not put your makeup, your lotion, and some stuff belong to your personal, because you will think, okay, now I got stuck from this presentation. I need to figure out some subject, and then, okay, let me just put some lotion on my hand first, and then it will delay your working schedule. And of course, you need the second benefit about this solution is now our government give you some subsidy because you work at home, so you can provide your bill, such as a gas or a phone bill, and then you can get a subsidy from our government because during the COVID-19, this pandemic. And okay, the next one. For the solution three is have a way to keep time, because as Hazel said, if you work at home, you can boost your work productivity. But if you don't set up your time schedule, you will easy to work from morning to evening, and you will also sit in a chair and no break time and easy to get overtime. So it's better to set your work schedule. But for example, before last year we went to VCC, right? So we will have our school schedule from morning 8 to 10, maybe it's ORGP class, and then 11 to 12 is maybe a bistro operation. So we suggest you to set up your working schedule, and then of course you need to keep some time for the break. Okay, the next one. For the solution 4, as we're talking about, Jay mentioned before, is you will lack about the communication and lack of the belongings. So for this solution 4 is, of course, now we are in a different space, and then we only can use the Zoom meeting, this technology equipment to communicate with each other. And so before you communication with others, you need to make sure what's the exact issue, and then which the way is better to solve this problem. So for the solution 4, we're just talking about leverage communication resources, and not only by the phone, you can also get a message, website, and also email, video. So you have different way to fix out the problems. Okay, the next one. So the last one solution is the take housework break, because as we mentioned in the first one, because you will easily get distracted if you work at home. But this item is talking about if you feel anxiety, when you can figure out what's a new idea. You have no idea about your presentation or assignment or work, and then you can go to do the laundry or wash some dish first, take a break, maybe 10 minutes. But if you have some good idea when you do the housework, you can go back to write down your idea and then put down your laundry or put down your dishes right away. So it's a different, this housework is just separate your anxiety and then reduce your stress, not that you distracted from your working. Yeah, that's our solution. And then Che, we're talking about our conclusion.
Thank you, Vivian. So before summarizing the main points of our presentation, here are some facts and figures. So according to Statistics Canada, 40% of Canada's workers now work from home as pandemic lockdowns were enforced. That compares to less than 10% in 2018, who had the option to work a day or 2 days a week from home. In addition, nearly 1/4 of Canadian businesses expect that 10% or more of their workforce will continue to telework or work remotely post-pandemic, as more employers report that their staff can effectively do their jobs remotely. This research shows that home officing is likely to become the new form of workplace. And next, please. Finally, I'd like to recap on what we've presented so far. So advantages of home officing are you can make your own schedule. Of course, no more commuting, so you don't need to worry about rush hour. This also makes you are able to use your time variable and reduce stress as well. And it helps to improve productivity because you can get comfortable at home and can shape your own home office space. To take a look at some of disadvantages, time management could be challenged. There also could be lack of communication with coworkers. And because of no boundary between home and workplace, mixing these two could be stressful. It also results in lack of belongingness because you are mostly working alone. We also presented some solutions to overcome these advantages. You can choose a dedicated area which is separated the work and household, and recording all due dates and schedule is also a good idea. We also recommend you to find the most suitable communication resource for you. Next, please. Frank, next, please. Yeah. So either we want, we don't. We are now in a time of radical change. The office will never be the same as it was. Telecommuting has become the new normal for many of us. For successful teleworking depends on how we accept and adapt this change. To do so, the employees should remember the ways to improve business efficiency and practice it. So that's it from me, and thank you all for listening and joining our presentation today. And if you guys have any questions, we will be happy to answer your questions now.
Yes.
Any questions?
So how do we make the productive schedule at home for home office?
Well, it depends according everyone's lifestyle. For example, if you are not an early person, so of course we will suggest you not to set up your schedule start at 6 a.m. because if we push you work early and wake up early, and then you will feel anxiety in the morning, of course your productivity will just goes down. So it depends on your lifestyle. And then, of course, your working time would suggest not over 8.5 hours as you work in the same in the normally company. Yeah. So for you, what time you wake up every morning? For you, Leo?
You mean for now?
Yeah.
For now, because it's time different here, I wake up in the afternoon.
Yeah, so your schedule, maybe you can set up, for example, if you have the low assignment or RGB assignment, so we suggest your working schedule can start afternoon. If I push you wake up 6 a.m. to have the meeting with us and or finish your low assignment in the morning, what do you feel? Right? So we will suggest your working schedule, you can start at afternoon. It's good for you. Thank you. Any questions?
I just want to give you feedback. You put a lot of work in these slides. I like the way you use the pictures, the images, and also small text besides the pictures. Also, the topic is it's very update. This is the way that we are living now. And also the way you show the evolution from the office is very interesting. As we living right now, we don't realize how it was in the past. I mean, way back in the past. So it's very interesting the way you put the evolution of the office. Also, as you said, Vivian, about the disadvantage, it's very interesting. How can we be distracted at home? I can say by myself, I had a Zoom at 11 a couple weeks ago. I knew that it was 11, so it was 10 and 15, I guess. And I got distracted about laundry. I started to do laundry, and when I realized, I lost the Zoom meeting. So
yeah.
So it happens because we could be distracted at home. And if you are at school or at office, it won't happen because you are focused on that. You are on the ambience. So it won't happen. I mean, this kind of distraction. So it's very interesting the way all of you point out. I really appreciate it. And thank you.
Thank you, Gina.
Gina, it's wonderful summary of our presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.
And any questions or feedbacks? No more. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for your coming and attendance. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.